Yeah, welcome back to another golf ball episode. This time you shouldn't hit me in the head so hard. Ah, my head! Ah! All right, welcome to my golf course here in Florida. We have golf courses by the dozen. I just bought 15 of them with all my money I made from AWS. And now I can have a golf AWS announcement-a-thon. So let's get to it. So in this video, I'm going to cover the top 5 things that AWS have announced at Reinvent 2020 on my golf course here. And there's a lot of cool things, and they have been working hard. So let's see how hard they've really been working. Before again, I thought I should mention that AWS has a blog where they go over all this cool stuff. You can look through it there, and they have a million different links to all the cool things they're announcing. And they have a whole Reinvent page you can check out yourself, but it might take a while, like 20 million hours to read through it all. So yeah, make sure to triple click the like button for the YouTube algorithm, as I have read and formulated with my big brain the top 5 that are cool that AWS have announced. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, by the way, this is not in any order, but they have announced new EC2 instances for Mac. So like if you want to test or build Mac OS things like iOS, like your iPhones, your iPad OSs, your TV OSs. I've never even heard of TV OS. I'm not an Apple person, but this seems really cool because I had to develop because I'm a developer myself, and I had to, well, not really test, but I have had people trouble testing Mac, I guess, using Mac, because they have to like test Safari and stuff like that. I guess there's other ways to test Safari and Mac stuff, but this is really cool. Now you can run instances and you can do all this cool stuff that you might want to do on a Mac, because they've always had Windows and Linux, even though Windows is really expensive because Microsoft ups the price on that. But anyways, this is really cool having Mac support now, and you can do all the Mac things, even though Mac is really expensive, so I'm not sure why I would do this, but it's cool. So yeah, that's that. All right, now this is one of my favorite ones. AWS Lambda has 1 millisecond billing granularity. Now this is one of my favorite ones because I like to use Lambda a lot. It is my choice of, or I guess my tool of choice for AWS. Not this EC2, which was Mac OS. That's only for EC2. It's not for Lambda. They don't have, actually we'll get to that. But anyway, so Lambda, 1 millisecond billing. Before, if you did not know, Lambda had 100 millisecond duration. And you might think, oh wow, that's an order of 100. That's pretty big, right? And yeah, I mean, yeah, this is honestly not that big in terms of billing. And I'll link this in below. But like, if you had something like you had like maybe a minute long billing, it really doesn't matter in terms of in terms of like how much you get billed, because like what's a minute to like a couple milliseconds. But anyways, it could be really useful in cases where like you're having millions of invocations or requests. So they made an example here. If you did it before, you would cost like $100, and then after it'd be like 28, or maybe I'm reading that wrong, but you just can save on the order of like tens of dollars if you have 60 million invocations, in which case that's not a lot, and that's a lot of invocations. And you're right, so this is completely not very useful, but I thought it was useful because it was one of the few Lambda announcements. And yeah, you can potentially save more money now. And millisecond latency, or not latency, sorry, that's like a Google thing, negative latency. There's nothing about latency here, I'm sorry. All right, this next one though is promised to be way cooler than the last Lambda announcement anyways. So this one, they announced container image support for Lambda. And you might say, why am I only announcing Lambda things? And there's 2 other ones that are not Lambda related, okay? I just like these Lambda ones because Lambda's the future. And you saw how cheap that was. Like, what did I say? $28 or something like that for 60 million invocations. That's really cheap. If you like had to do like similar thing with EC2, that you'd be like thousands of dollars, something like that. Especially like with Mac, you know this has got to probably be expensive. Notice how they don't mention price at all in this thing. I mean, I don't know how much it is, but you probably have to pay a little bit more. I haven't looked into it, but it's probably like a premium for some Mac stuff. But anyways, so this Lambda container image support. So now you can package and deploy Lambda functions as container images of up to 10 gigabytes in size, which is a big amount of space. So I'll link this in the description, but it goes through how you might want to use, like, provide base images for Node.js. So you can upload your images into Node.js, and then you can create a Docker file to tell it what to do. Maybe you want to do npm install, or npm installs a bunch of cool libraries. Well, that's cool. You can do that, and you can also do Python. But so now they have this little container image option when you create a function. Like, you can do. So they had Scratch blueprints and serverless repos before, but now you can do containers, and you just have to browse your image and select your container. And I think this is really cool. It really opens up the options. Like, I'm glad they keep developing for serverless, because I hear talks of like serverless is dying. There's roadblocks for serverless, but I'm glad AWS keeps investing in serverless, because it is my favorite part of AWS. And yeah. All right, this next one is pretty cool, because I made a bunch of videos on AWS Amplify, and what AWS Amplify does, it really makes, it's like developer's best friend. So if you want to develop a really quick and easy, not dirty, not quick and dirty, quick and easy like application, you know, like you're a shop where you sell donuts, and you want to have your donuts like listed on your website. So this is a really useful way to do that. And what they announced is an admin UI to do this for you. So for example, let's say your donut website, or maybe your hot dog donut website, you got a great combination. You want to maybe change the menu like every minute, because you just can't make up your mind. You're like, I want the cherry flavored, I want the ketchup flavored. I hate ketchup, by the way. But you want to change that. So now you can do that with with an admin UI. So like some no cloud experience person, they can just go in and type in your cherry flavored, ketchup flavored donut hot dog combo, and there you go. It'll appear on your website, and you can see here, you just literally type it in here. And this data thing, like, I wouldn't say a monkey could do it, but they might be able to do it. They might be able to press some buttons if you train them properly. So, I mean, that's not saying like monkeys are dumb. They are smart. They do sign language sometimes. So that's really cool. So I think this is really cool. I think Amplify is really awesome. If you are interested in Amplify more, I've made a couple videos on it before, so you can check them out. Yeah, I'll link this Amplify link in the description. If you don't, so this will also create a backend for you. Or you can create your own backend. But yeah, it's awesome. All right, the last one on my top 5 list is AWS S3 replication. So now they can support for multiple destination buckets. So what does this mean? So let's say you want to upload something to S3, and then you want to have it replicate to multiple buckets. Well, now what you used to do is you would have to create a Lambda service, and that Lambda service would like manually copy it to maybe the bucket yourself, and it would be a lot of I guess it wouldn't really be a pain, because like Lambda is pretty easy, but you would have to do it. But now you can do this. Now you can just click create replication rule, and you can have the rule say what's going to replicate and where's it going to go, and you have a bunch of options. And that's why AWS is so cool. You get the options to do whatever you want to do, and you can manage them, and you can see the statistics. But yeah, that was yeah, those are my 5 announcements. There's a lot more announcements, honestly. It would take a long time to read all of them, but I hope there's a lot of like machine learning ones too. I didn't want to go over those because people care about machine learning, but they care about the cool machine learning, like, oh, we have robots that take over the world and stuff like that, but not this kind of bias detection, which was pretty cool. And transparency is awesome. But anyways, that is the end of this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed these Reinvent videos. Maybe eventually I'll buy a real golf course. But until then, I'll see you later. Peace.